Hello my dear friends, welcome back to my channel and I'm so happy to see you again here. And today is gonna be a very honest video and it's gonna be a lot of emotions here I think, but I decided to make this video because many of you are asking me about foreign language, how to learn it, and I want to share with you my story, my real story about how I learned English, all the ways that I tried, what method didn't work for me, and I'll share with you a couple of secrets which you can also use to learn Russian language. So please stay with me if you still want to learn new language. I hope that you enjoy this video. Okay, let's start from the first day when I decided to learn English. It was when I was in university, and I realized that in school I didn't learn like any phrase or any word in English. I remember that we studied grammar, only grammar and nothing else. Maybe a couple of words, but you know, I decided that I need to learn English. I started to figure out what method will work for me, and the first and biggest mistake which I made, and I think that I lose like 3 or 4 years because of this mistake, is that I decided to choose the method which already didn't work for me in school. So I've bought a grammar book, I've bought a really nice notebook, and decided that I will write every single word, every single translation, and I also will rewrite these tables with grammar rules. So it was so funny, so interesting to make some small paintings inside this notebook, and painting this bicolor arrows on the pages, but it didn't work. In 3 years I did it like almost once in a week or once in a month because when you're doing this it's so boring, and that's why I started to paint something on the pages, because it was really boring. It wasn't effective, I've spent a lot of time on it and I couldn't get a motivation. So yeah, then after university I moved to the United States, as you already know, and then I realized that all this 4 years in university and then 11 years in school, I did nothing. I remember when I was sitting on the plane and was like, oh, okay, I'll be in the United States. Finally I can practice my English because I have everything in my head, all the tables of grammar rules, all the words, so I can use it actually. Yeah, stupid girl. And after this I realized that now if I'm here in the US I need to learn English normally. And then I've made this mistake again. I bought this a textbook to write all the grammar rules again, and something happened inside my head. I was like, hey girl, you already did that like many times before, why you do this again? And then I realized that I need to change the way of learning. That's when I learned that I need to follow the other path to learn English. And I found AJ Hawk. It's a teacher, it's an American English teacher with his program Effortless English. I started to learn English from his audio course, and on my Russian language course I used the same method, but I just made it for the Russian language. Just get an idea of learning, so how you should learn it, actually learn a new language. So I remember when the first 6 months I didn't understand anything, any word of his audio course. That was really you know, sad time for me. I remember these days, and I just, you know, couldn't answer anybody, and it was, yeah, really hard for me, you know. It's a lot of emotions about it inside of my head now, about those days. But because I was really like chatterbox in Russia, I could, you know, talk the day and night, like all the time. And you can ask my classmates. And so yeah, I was really chatterbox girl. So yeah, and I couldn't talk to anyone because my English was so bad. And yeah, that's when I started my channel. Yeah, because I needed to talk to the people, and I needed to, you know, see how I'm improving in English when I'm using this method. And now you can see what's happened from the 0 level to, you know, these days. How can I actually speak English? Yeah, I know that I make a lot of mistakes, grammar mistakes, and you know, many other mistakes. You know, maybe I don't understand a lot of the idioms, and you know, I can't talk to someone, you know, if it's like mathematician or about science. But most of the days I can understand anything that I hear around me, and I can talk to anyone now, like this really fluently, to describe my feelings, my emotions, to describe my ideas, and this is beautiful now. Yeah, I'm really happy, and I remember me, like when I started to learn the language, 6 months from the first day. Yeah, and I was, you know, frustrated, really. And then after like 7 months, it was like between 6 or 7 months before I started, in the morning I woke up and you know, just something happened inside of my head, and I realized that I can understand, you know, a couple of words around me, and I can understand what's the, you know, the main idea of you know, these conversations around me. I finally started to understand what cashier talking about, what he's asking me, and that was, you know, that was super exciting. I was like, you know, I was like a baby. I think that they have the same feeling when you first can understand and can actually talk to the people, and you're like, oh my goodness, I can speak English, I can understand a couple of words from the phrase or from the sentence. I was like, oh my god, it works, it really works. And you know, after these 7 months, I decided to feel a huge improvements, like every day, every week. I just kept going, kept learn English by this method, and it worked. You know, now I can speak, I can understand, and I can talk to you in English. I can make videos in English. You know, it's magic for me. And this is so sad that nobody told me for these, you know, 15 years when I tried to learn English, that I did it in the wrong way, that I need to change the way how I learn English. You know, I just can imagine how better I will be in English if I started to learn it by this method from my first grade in school. And it also depends on your age, your actual age, if you're starting to learn new language in school or in a kindergarten. You know, that's what my kids will do in the future, because now they speak Russian, but they will learn English very easy, so quickly, because they're, you know, they're really small kids and they can pick any phrase, any word like that. When you became older, you cannot do this so fast. You need to have time for a language, you need to have passion about it, you need to have motivation, and it's hard from, you know, each year it's harder to learn something new. You know, many of you know about it, so yeah, that's why I recommend you 100%. I recommend you this way to learn your language, to learn it with a simple audio, simple questions, simple text. I can recommend you my audio courses. It's finally here, and I decided to, you know, return them to the world because so many people asked me about this course, but it was only for intermediate students. Now I have this audio course, new audio course for the beginners. So, and you can try it for free on my website. It's easyrussianclub.com. You can download this free lesson and figure out if it works for you or not. It's so easy. Just try it, and if you feel the improvement, you feel that you can actually understand what I'm talking about, can learn something from my lessons, you can buy this course. And if you want to support me, it's also a nice way how you can do this. And I'm really worrying that I can't make you know, many videos on my channel right now, but please believe in me. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out my website and get your free lesson on easyrussianclub.com. See you on my next video.